Rebirth and reincarnation are among the most intriguing and widely misunderstood concepts in Buddhist philosophy. Often mistaken for identical ideas, they actually reflect a nuanced understanding of how life continues after death, not as the soul transferring from body to body, but as a dynamic stream of consciousness shaped by karma. Buddhism doesn't teach reincarnation in the traditional sense of an eternal self moving between lives. Instead, it teaches rebirth, a process deeply rooted in impermanence, cause and effect, and the absence of a fixed self. At the heart of this perspective is the doctrine of anatman, or non-self. Unlike many other spiritual traditions, Buddhism rejects the idea of an eternal, unchanging soul. What continues across lifetimes is not a self, but a flow of conditions, mental formations, habits, tendencies, and karmic imprints. This is best understood through the metaphor of a flame passing from one candle to another. The flame is not the same, but it is not entirely different either. This process of continuity without identity is what defines rebirth. Karma plays a central role in this cycle. Every action, physical, verbal, or mental, creates an imprint or seed in the stream of consciousness. These karmic seeds ripen over time, shaping future experiences, including the conditions of one's rebirth. A life filled with generosity, kindness, and wisdom may lead to favorable rebirths, while harmful actions rooted in greed, hatred, and delusion lead to suffering. This cycle of birth, death, and rebirth is called samsara, and it continues endlessly unless one breaks free through enlightenment. The goal of Buddhist practice is not to secure a better rebirth, but to transcend the cycle altogether. Enlightenment, or nirvana, is the end of rebirth. It is not annihilation, but liberation, a state beyond suffering, ego, and clinging. It's the realization of the truth of all things, that everything is impermanent, interconnected, and empty of independent selfhood. For those who reach this realization, the causes for rebirth are extinguished and the cycle of samsara comes to an end. Different schools of Buddhism approach rebirth with slightly different emphases. In Theravada Buddhism, the focus is on individual liberation through ethical conduct, meditation, and wisdom. In Mahayana Buddhism, the Bodhisattva ideal encourages practitioners to delay their final enlightenment to assist others still caught in the cycle of suffering. Tibetan Buddhism incorporates vivid descriptions of the Bardo states, the transitional periods between death and rebirth, and offers guidance for navigating these states skillfully. While the philosophical depth of Buddhist rebirth can be challenging, its practical implications are profound. It encourages us to live mindfully, recognizing that our actions matter, not just for this life, but for the future unfolding of consciousness. It instills a deep sense of moral responsibility and compassion, knowing that all beings are caught in the same cycle and all long for peace and freedom. In the modern world, some interpret rebirth metaphorically, seeing it not necessarily as literal lifetimes, but as the recurring patterns of behavior, identity, and emotional states we live through. Others embrace the literal cosmology with its multiple realms of existence. Either way, Buddhism invites us to look directly at our experience, to question the notion of self, and to cultivate the inner clarity that can lead us beyond suffering.